Good evening and welcome to TTS Market Update. Today's date is Sunday, November 2nd. I'm going to begin today by providing a detailed analysis of what you can expect for the week ahead from the S&P 500 and then provide updates and analysis for 11 companies, most of which have been previously mentioned in the previous two episodes. So to begin to understand what we can see for the S&P 500, we're going to look at a chart of Boeing. Now with Boeing, you can see we had our ABC correction and a double bottom, then a test of the highs, and then the fail. And we broke on the second test. So if we can understand that possible scenario unrolling for the S&P 500, then we're here at the test, the fail to around 913, and then we break it on the second time before we can go up and dance with this 1156 resistance. It would be pretty difficult for the S&P just to break up Monday or Tuesday without having this initial pullback first, because we might need some additional short selling for the rally to start the fire on the way up. But if there is no support level, if we can't hold and this test and resistance holds, then we're going to come down here. And we're still keeping an eye on this 784 support level for the S&P. Next up, DRYS, dry ships. Now, in my last episode, I provided a detailed analysis on dry ships, noting that the stock was currently trading at around $16.89, and we forecasted a decline of $4.15, or 24.57%. Now, the actual decline came at $4.64, or 27.47%. So we were off by 49 cents on the low. We recommended a buy at 12.74, and intraday you saw the low. We would have been offside with an unrealized loss of 49 cents. But that same day, you would have seen the closing price would have closed to the good. You would have closed to the good by about 30 cents. And it's just been up for you ever since then. So those of you who initiated long position at our first entry point, you were sitting with a profit of $6.46 or are currently up 50.7%. Which is very much in line with what we had originally forecast. We said you could expect between around a 200% return on this trade. So these guys report earnings Monday, so it'll be interesting to see what those numbers are going to be. Next up, the CLX. So with CLX, we had originally forecasted a decline of $6.93 or 11.8%, and the actual decline came in at $5.54 or 9.47%. What you've seen in the S&P, Clorox double bottomed also and immediately snapped back to break what was the bottom of one. So I mean, this was a profit position, but again, if you're holding for new lows, it was a tough one to be able to get that. So we actually ended up getting stopped out with a trailing loss for about half of what the trade was intended to be good for. So it was also good as well. Next up is BK. Now with Bank of New York Mellon, we had noted you had a 26.89 support level. It was temporarily broken, and the low came in at 25.74. So there's about $1 worth of volatility in there. And we had forecasted a rally of $10.43 or an increase of 38.78%. And the actual rally came in at $6.10 or 22.68%. So those of you who are currently holding this also, it is a profitable long position, and we're going to watch this 37.32 target for the week ahead. As with the S&P, you might have a pullback in here and a break of 26.89 if we can't hold above those lows. But expect a 50% retracement before we can push up to that new high. With CINF, we'd forecasted a rally of $2.60 or 10% on the breakout above the 24.28 high, and the actual rally came in at $1.73 or 7.12%. So as you can see, this stock rallied aggressively into the close Friday, closing at its high. And so we're going to see if this bullish momentum can carry it up to 26.88 for our target that we'd originally forecasted for the week ahead. Next up, FDO. Now, as with Cincinnati Financial, this stock was providing a momentum play, midweek market update. So we'd forecasted a rally of $2.38 on the breakout, or 9.05%, and the actual breakout came in at $2.65, or 10.07%. So we saw the breakout, it was good, hit the 28.38 resistance and a pullback from there. So hopefully everyone had a chance to take profits at the target. And for the week ahead, there's no new stock updates because there's still a lot of chart patterns that are in play from our momentum trades. You have a look at CHK. So CHK still has its resistance point, and that 32.91 target is still in play if we can break above that. General Mills is sitting right on its 63 resistance point. So this could break that also and pop up for the new 52-week high like we had originally forecasted. ExxonMobil, again, sitting right there at that 75.49 resistance level. Tested it, but it failed to break out, and it's back below it. So this is going to be one to watch for the week ahead also. CMA is looking very promising. If we can go up there and break that $31 resistance level, then we still have that 39.18 target on the breakout. EOG came right up to kiss the 81.33 resistance level, and this stock has its earnings also for the week ahead, like dry ships. And what we're going to look for is possibly good earnings to push this up for our target of 89.78. Now this is FHN. It's sitting right at its $12 resistance target, and it's come up there again since we had originally forecast this as a possibility of a breakout. So we're going to watch this stock very closely Monday at the open. It could break out right from that point on. So we're going to watch this and see if we can take that 1760 target on the breakout. But if it holds, unfortunately, it would be good for a new low. But again, we're looking to see if we can go back up here around the 1240 mark and break it. And finally, the new setup is Google. Now with Google, you have a triangle, which if it's going to break out up, it's really up to you how you're interested in playing this. If it's a breakout up, we should hit 430. If it's a breakout down, we should go down to 274. So keep this stock on your radar for the week ahead. Just with your chart program, set an alert that are here around 340, and one more alert just above these previous highs here at around 374. So then you'll be able to get an idea that when the momentum starts to build, you are not on the wrong position of it on another stock you might be trading at the same time. So I want to thank everyone who had a chance to come check out the website. If you're interested in learning how to analyze and forecast stocks with the detail of accuracy which you've seen in this video, then keep informed of what our company is doing. We're going to have training classes, and we'll offer you the opportunity to be able to do what you've seen done.